population in which the Indigenous, the poor and the mentally ill are overrepresented. Where isolation, humiliation and degradation are facts of life. Welcome to prison.
It depends who's telling the story, I suppose. The prisoners would have one view, the people who work in the prison system would have another, and I think it's up to people to decide where the truth is.
Give government propaganda and the media spin doctors the flick, and check out Doin' Time for news, views and tunes on prison issues from Guantanamo Bay to Christmas Island to prisons and detention centres everywhere. Every Monday at 4 p.m. on your community radio 3CR.
We are still fired up and we're still talking about revolution.
Hello and welcome to the Doin' Time show. This is 3CR Community Radio, 855 AM on the dial, streaming live on www.3cr.org.au. This is Marissa and Peter and I will be hosting the show until 5 o'clock this evening. Today is a special broadcast and it's really a follow-up from Invasion Day. We had a very low-key show last week and we interviewed Naomi Murphy and Lydia Thorpe. And we were also meant to interview Uncle Bruce Shillington, who was unable to come onto the show, and we played some great Indigenous music. So as a follow-up to that, hopefully we're going to be speaking with Uncle shortly. But as a lead-up to that interview, we're going to be, first of all, playing some audio. It's a speech delivered by Uncle Bruce in Sydney, New South Wales. And after that, we're going to be hopefully speaking with him again. He's very difficult to catch. And then after Bruce, we'll be speaking with Tony, who has been detained in a detention centre in Perth. And we'll speak to Tony about the difficulties of being a refugee in detention, but also what led up to that detention. And we'll be speaking about some issues in regards to when someone goes to prison on a permanent visa, and then after they serve their time, they're not actually back into the community, allowed back into the community. And he was detained as a result of going to prison, and his conviction was actually quashed afterwards. So we'll speak to him about that and speak to him about some of the issues and problems in regards to being in detention and him being able to seek his own visa. So we'll speak about that, but in the meantime, we will listen to the audio while I discuss with Peter whether or not we're able to line up Bruce. Not sure what's happened there. I'll have one more go.
Our sovereignty. It's us who stop the injustices. It's us that stop those murders in custody. We have another guest coming in today from out western New South Wales, and I guess we don't have to introduce it to you. The Darling River too has been murdered by corporatism and commercialism. So, Bruce Shillingsworth, a young man from out Brewarrina and Burke and Gonya area, is here to speak about the Darling River and what it means to us and what the death of that system has done to communities out in that area. So I welcome you to Bruce Shillingsworth.
On you, Bruce. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, organisers. Look, I would like to acknowledge the land in which we meet today. We meet on the land of the Gadigal people. The Gadigal people of the great Eora Nation. Eora Nation extends north to the Osprey, to the west to the Nepean, and to the south to the Royal National Park.
The Darug people.
Proud people, strong people. I want to acknowledge the Gabaragal, the Gadigal, the Darug, the Vichigal, the Darawal people. They are the people of this land. I want to acknowledge the 500 plus nations across this great continent of ours. First Nation people have took care of this land for thousands and thousands of years. What have we done in the last 250 years? Think about it. My rivers, my land have been devastated and been destroyed. Murray-Darling River, Australia's third biggest river, is now dead. My people are drinking water that is unacceptable. Where is our right as First Nation people, the rights to water? Who is responsible? We have a right to clean drinking water. You have a right to clean drinking water. Who's doing anything about it? No one. I was up in Brewarrina over the Christmas and New Year break. It's very sad for our community, Walgett, Free, Burke, Wilcannium and Indies. We're going through the same struggle. My opinion is they want to close down those country towns. 90 communities this government wants to shut down. My people don't want to leave their traditional land. Can we not want to leave our traditional land? I don't want to say too much because I'll be talking in the tent down at Yarvin. I want to talk about the river a little bit more. But look, we're here for a purpose. You're not here because you want to be here. You'll be here because you've been called to be here. The spirit of this land is starting to talk. Mother Nature is telling us and talking to us. It is uniting the people of this country. We're on a journey. You're on a journey. It is our time. It is our time to fix the problem that this government cannot fix.
That's right, that's it. That's right.
Right, people, right! First Nation people and non-Indigenous people are going to come together. We're going to build a movement that no one's going to stop. The bushfires that affected our country, we are going to become the protectors of the earth. We are going to become the protectors of our environment, of our rivers, of our animals, our wildlife, and this planet. People, there's no plan B. We only live on one planet. Let's look after it. It is about us. It is about my children and their children. And this is about your children and your children's children. No war! No murder! We are going to stop the injustice. We are going to stop the stealing of our children. We are going to stop our people, our men and women going to jails. We are going to stop the racism. We are going to stop the discrimination in this country. We, as people, are now going to rise from the ashes and we're going to do something about it. Thank you.
And that was a speech by Uncle Bruce Shillington, in Sydney. And this was part of an event regarding Invasion Day. Wanted to actually thank Viv from Beyond Zero for giving us this audio for doing time, and she very kindly recorded that. Now, we're still trying to get onto Uncle Bruce, but in the meantime, while we do that, I think we're going to interview Tony first. And he's a refugee imprisoned in Perth Detention Centre. And while we're getting him on the phone, I'm going to be playing a song by No Fixed Address called Black Man's Rights.
wretched world, for we are getting brainwashed, and the people forgetting about our rights. So, all you black people, you got to fight for your rights. You got to fight for your rights. There's a lot of things that are trying to stop you, and that's racism and the cops and the government, which is bullshit. But we have learned within our soul, and that is the land controls you. You don't control it. You don't control it. Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights. I am a black man, and I need to be recognized in this wretched world, for we are getting brainwashed, and the people forgetting about our rights. So, all you black people, you got to fight for your rights. You got to fight for your rights. You got to fight for your rights. You got to fight for your rights.
And you're back with the Doing Time show. And that was No Fixed Address, and that was Black Man's Rights. Coming up on the show, we now have Tony, who is imprisoned and detained in a detention centre in Perth. And he's going to tell us his story, and we're going to talk about a few issues, not only in regards to detainees, but also what happens when someone on a permanent residency visa goes to prison and then gets out. Do they actually go back into the community after they serve their time, or do they get thrown into a hellhole? Hello, Tony. Welcome to the program.
Oh, hello. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's lovely to have you. Now, Tony, I'm Marissa, and Peter's here with me, joining me in the studio. Now,
thank you very much.
Just to let you know, we're on air.
Yes.
So, Tony, can you tell us your story? Tell us about what's been going on. I know we were talking off air today about what happened to you. You're from Egypt, is that right?
Yes. I am Egyptian, but I lived most of my life in America. I was born to an Egyptian father and a French mother. I came to Australia about 21 years ago. I married an Australian citizen. Our life was very good. I had my own accounting firm. Most of the migrant people, they were coming to me doing their tax return. And all of a sudden, taxation department to come and audit my accounting firm. They, to make long story short, they find me guilty on 6 charges of trying to help people claim more money on their tax return, which is really obviously it's unfair. Because my job is not an investigative job. My job is to transfer what people tell me to numbers on their tax return. Anyway, I've been in prison 14 months. After the prison, they put me in detention. I've been in detention for 7 years now.
7 years?
So for 7 years, I've been first detained on the 15th of February 2015. So I'm not really very far of 7 years and starting my 8th year. To answer your question, there is people who commit crime and go back to the community, but not most people. They're saying that the community detention is for people who are violent charges. Well, they're releasing those people. They're releasing major drug dealers. They're releasing people with 1,000 violent charges on their record.
In detention? Is that what you're saying?
From detention. Yes, they're releasing pedophiles.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So basically what you're saying is that people that go to prison and are detained in detention, the violations are mostly drug dealers and other situations where the crimes are more serious than what you were charged with,
Exactly.
if it is at all a crime. But also...
It is all a crime, without any doubt. And let's say I done what they saying I done, okay? But what is the crime deserve a double punishment? But what most importantly, what is the crime punishable by taking your children away from you?
Exactly. So tell us, before you go on about, because I'd like to hear about your children and how they're being affected. Effectively, your conviction was quashed, wasn't it?
Yes.
Now, I don't want to talk too much about that. I think we need to be careful because we don't want to hurt your case. But basically, they got rid of it. You now have no conviction, correct?
Yes.
And was that before or after you left prison?
After.
So after you left prison, they quashed your visa.
Yeah, visa, yes.
Isn't it logical then that they would then renew your permanent residency visa?
Well, they don't, because the department are very arrogant not to admit the error. I should be an Australian citizen since 2004. They didn't give me the citizenship because of an error, very clear and intended error by the department. And everybody in the department, from the smallest employee to the minister, know exactly what is this error. But they wouldn't admit it. And in fact, they're keeping me detained and not only harming me, but harming my Australian citizen children. Can you tell me what those two innocent children done to be punished just only because they are my children?
Absolutely. And indeed, it's not as if you're a murderer or a pedophile.
I'm not, but the issue is they release. I'll tell you what. A couple of days ago, do you know what they? I will just tell you or give you one example. Yeah. A transgender prostitute who been giving AIDS intentionally to her customer, and she went to prison for 6 years, and she been released. So that's not only a murder; that's a murder destroying people's life.
Yeah,
killing them.
It doesn't matter whether she's transgender or not, but I think I know what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Of course, it doesn't matter.
No, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
But let's say a prostitute. Don't worry about transgender. Let's say a prostitute who has AIDS and who were giving AIDS intentionally to her customer.
Yeah, I see.
And she went to prison because of this. For 6 years.
I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that there are other crimes that are more serious. For example, imagine if someone sexually abused children, they would probably get less of a sentence than what you're getting. And on top of it, after they quashed your conviction, instead of giving you an opportunity to get citizenship, you were thrown into detention and left for 7 years. So they didn't even deport you, or did they try to deport you?
Well, lately, I've been told that they cannot send me to Egypt because Egypt they require some documentation I don't have. I left Egypt when I was very young, and I don't have those documentation the Egyptian government wants to prove that I am Egyptian. So I cannot be deported to Egypt.
So
But-
basically,
so I became an indefinite detainee.
yes,
A detainee with no hope.
yeah,
What did I do? Even if they saying I did what they saying I done. Come
Yeah.
on, I'm a father. I'm a father with 2 Australian citizens who's the 14 years old, autistic, severely autistic, and try to take his own life several times because he's missing his father.
yeah.
Is that okay? Is that okay with the Australian population to know?
I know, it's crazy.
No.
It's not okay.
It's crazy. What this boy who is not all in, what did he do to grow up without a father?
I know, it's awful. And not only are the children here, but you say your family is in Australia. Whereabouts in Australia are they?
In Perth.
So there's no point in you going back to Egypt if they're here. Also, what
Well-
detention centre are you in?
And I'm in PIDC, Perth Immigration Detention Center. There is two centers in WA, one called Yonga Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
One called Yonga Hill,
Yep.
Yonga Hill, and one called PIDC. This is the one next to the domestic airport.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're now in the detention centre and you're applying for a protection visa. Is that right?
Well, I applied for a protection visa. I was a political activist. I am very well known to the Egyptian government, but they refused to grant me the protection visa, not because I don't meet the criteria, but because the department doesn't want to.
And why is that?
I don't know. I don't know why I've been singled out. I'll tell you what. When they refused me the protection visa, I applied for the tribunal.
Uh-huh.
And when I went to the tribunal hearing, the judge insists that I speak Arabic, even after I explain that my Arabic is no better than my Chinese now. And I never asked for an interpreter, but he insisted that I give evidence in a language I'm not familiar with.
This doesn't sound right. Look, what it sounds to me, Tony, is that there's been some type of error, perhaps something that's been covered up. I mean, I don't want to speculate, but I think what is really clear, though, is that you have been, instead of being allowed to serve your time, you've served your time, but they've put you in a detention centre when really this matter should have been resolved a long time ago.
Yes, 7 years. 7 years is too long, believe me. Sorry.
That's okay. It's really hard, Tony, isn't it? It's really difficult, and I'm sure it's very emotional for you.
I've been mentally destroyed.
Oh, I can imagine.
I tried to take my own life in the 7 years, about 45 times, 18 in the last 3 months.
I'm not surprised.
I cannot go on living, hearing every day that my children are having a hard time because they are missing the father.
Yeah, it really is a horrible situation. It's a horrible situation. And the political climate here in Australia is despicable. There's so many violations of human rights, asylum seekers, refugees. It's people like
just
you.
To give you an indication again, 7 months ago I received a report. Me and the department received a report from the Australian Human Rights Commission. And in this report, it's not a report, it's a finding according to the Australian Human Rights Act.
Yeah.
In this, they find that my detention is arbitrary or unjustified or illegal. That's very clearly in the report.
Is it?
But after this, you know what the department done? They kept quiet about it because they don't have an answer to them. They don't have an answer. A big part of the government telling another big part of the government, hey, you detaining this man illegally, but I am still in detention 7 years after.
And which report is this?
The, Human Rights, Australian Commissioner, Human Rights. It's not a report, it's a finding according to the Australian Human Rights Act number 26 for 1986.
And you were quoted in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am quoted on that with Me and 9 other detainees. 8 of those detainees are being deported, and it's only me left in detention. And every time I try to speak to my case manager or to the border force, they tell me, we don't know. We don't know. So if they don't know, yeah.
You have a lawyer?
I'm listening to you.
You have a lawyer?
But what the lawyer can do?
Yeah.
Only writing letters. Only saying, okay, give us your answer. Because if you give us your answer, we're going to go to the Human Rights Court. But they don't. They won't, and they don't. Yes.
What have activists, local activists over there doing? Do they see you as someone to be helped?
No. I am prisoner X. Believe me, I am not. I'm not saying this is a conspiracy theory. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional.
No.
But I am prisoner X. They are trying to hide me and hide me and hide me and not allowing me to get my voice to the public. Imagine a doctor, a highly regarded psychiatrist, and telling those people, the department, hey, this person is completely destroyed mentally. Put him in a respite in an environment away of detention, even if it's a temporary. 5 times recommendation. Do you know what? They've been told, this doctor, not to recommend this or we're going to lose your job.
That's really crazy. There are some terrible stories.
It's crazy, and it feels like it doesn't happen in Australia. But hey, that's happening. That's happening.
Indeed it is. And you know, asylum seekers and refugees and people such as yourself are living in substandard conditions. And of course, we've got to think of our brothers and sisters on Christmas Island and Manus as well.
Come on. This is they put me in prison for 5.5 months without a charge. They moved me from Yonga Hill Detention Center to Casuarina Prison here in Perth for 5.5 months without even filing a charge against me.
And then?
And after a departmental officer put a strong recommendation that I should get out of prison and be detained in a detention center, they kept me anyway after that 2.5 months.
So your conviction was quashed because obviously there wasn't enough evidence to uphold that conviction. So it's not as if you deliberately went out and got yourself into trouble. It's not as if you're a danger to yourself and the community.
No.
You didn't rip people off.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, you misunderstand me. While I am in detention, they decided that I was asking a lot about seeing my children.
I see.
They had enough of me.
I understand.
So they put me in prison for 5.5 months for no reason.
Oh, I see. You mean after you were detained, they put you in prison again?
Yes. They put me in a high maximum security prison for 5.5 months in a small room with no TV, no books. They allowing me 1 hour a day to go have a shower, speak to my children, and have a cigarette. For 5.5 months, with no charges.
With no charges.
With no charges.
And was that the department?
From the immigration department. What I wanted to say here, people, wake up. This is happening in Australia. This is happening in Australia. And it shouldn't be happening.
No.
Because Australia was the light at the end of the tunnel. Australia was the platform for freedom and democracy.
Yeah. But Tony, after you get off the phone here, do you have somebody that you can speak with?
No.
In case issues have come up here for the interview?
No.
No, you don't have friends. You have friends in there, though.
Yeah.
You can speak to your friends?
Yes.
Okay, so after this radio interview, look after yourself.
Thank you.
And make sure that you speak to somebody that you trust about this interview in case things have come up for you.
Okay.
Do you understand? Now, Tony,
yes, I know.
Let's talk about your children for a sec. So how many do you have?
I have 2 children, An 18 years old boy and 14 years old boy also.
And do they come? They come and see you?
No. I had a bitter divorce with their mother, and she's using the boys to get to me, so I didn't see the boys for 2.5 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
But I hear from time to time I speak to my older boy on the phone.
Yes. Lovely.
Very sad.
Look, it's really sad. Tony, let's keep in touch, okay? Let's keep in touch. It really is lovely to have you, okay? And is it okay if we speak to you in about a month or so and see how you're going?
Of course. Thank you.
That'd be lovely.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you very soon. Your story is really important on air. It's important for radio, and we're not going to forget you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's keep in touch.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks,
Tony. Take care.
Bye.
And that was Tony, who is detained in a detention centre. We now have Ravi on the line, who's in the community, and he's an asylum seeker and has done some amazing work with poetry and other mediums in activism. And I'm just going to get him on the line. I'll see if Peter can line him up.
6 years I've been in detention.
Beyond the Bars is 3CR's annual prison project, giving voice to our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander inmates right across Victoria.
It's good to be here because Aboriginal radio, and you don't really get to do this much. Brings us all together.
You'll get your time to take that first step out that front door to freedom beyond these walls.
And I just want to say thank you to all of you for giving us the opportunity to speak on air.
The bigger the reason, the bigger the calling. Make your commitment and watch things unfold.
And you can listen to audio from this year's broadcasts and previous years as well, online at any time. Just go to 3cr.org.au/Beyond the Bars.
But also, while I'm here, I'd like to say thank you for coming, helping, giving us a chance to do this. It's really good, you know. It's been going for a while now. Hopefully it keeps going. You know, like it's good that we can do this and get our voice out there as prisoners.
We can't blame everything on the external, so let's stop looking for it in the hands of the persecutor, because real power comes from here and it comes from family.
If you would like us to post you a free CD, contact the station on 03 9419 8377.
And you're back with the Doing Time show, and we're going to be speaking now with Ravi, who's a Tamil refugee, and he's going to be talking to us about a new book. Hello, Ravi. It's lovely to have you. Oh, goodness me. That's all right. Hello, Ravi. And we're just going to try and get him again. No, well, we'll just go through with another announcement.
The odds are stacked against us from the day that we are born, and we struggle from day one to find our feet.
fought in trenches or on the factory floor for the crime against our class through history. We never forgive, we never forget, and we fight for bread and peace and liberty. Never forgive, never forget, never let the bastards see your pain. Always stand firm, always stand proud. When you go down, you get back up again, and again and again.
And you're back through 3CR doing Time Show, and that was Permanent Revolution. It actually cheered me up, that song, Never Again. So we're going to be speaking with Ravi. Hopefully we've got Ravi on the line now. He's going to be speaking about a new book. He's done some wonderful activism. He's a Tamil asylum seeker. Let's hope so, and no. Again, so Peter, you might try and line him up, and I'll play a couple of announcements while that happens.
We jail black males in Australia nationally at a rate 5 times greater than apartheid South Africa jailed black males in 1993. The suicide and self-harm rates are the highest in the world, and the life expectancy gap is the biggest in the first world. You know, Australians don't like hearing the truth about how bad things are, but the more we resolve from it, the longer this is going to continue.
Black fella, white fella, it doesn't matter what you colour.
Mainstream media is not interested in this stuff. It doesn't find space to talk truthfully and deeply about issues that affect all Australians. The only place predominantly you will find that with any real depth is on community radio, and 3CR has been one of the great leaders in that. So if people are wondering where they should spend their hard-earned cash, I would suggest 3CR is a bloody good place to start.
What your name is, we got the hair, lots of changes, we need more brothers.
We have survived the white man's will and the harm and the torment of the world. We have survived the white man's will, and you know you can't change that. I am a black man, and I need to be recognized in this wretched world. For we are getting brainwashed, and the people forgetting about our rights. So, all you black people, you got to fight for your rights. You got to fight for your rights. There's a lot of things that are trying to stop you, and that's racism and the cops and the government, which is bullshit. But we have learned within our soul, and that is the land controls you. You don't control it. You don't control it. Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights.
Hello, Ravi.
Hello.
It is so lovely to have you. It's almost like we had a jinx. We had a jinx. This is about the third time we've been trying to get onto you.
yeah, I was on the line, but I couldn't hear hardly music.
You were on the line?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. That's okay. We've got you now. So,
Yeah.
Ravi, just to remind listeners that Ravi has been on this show quite a few times over the years, haven't you, Ravi? And he's a Tamil asylum seeker. Yeah, you came in with me, Marissa, one time. Ravi, can you tell us a bit about yourself and talk about your new book?
So I'm just working with my second book last 2 years now, more than 2 years, but still I'm working with that. Because there's so much work to do.
Yep.
I'm working, and then I'm working at the moment full time, and I can't afford much time to working with my book. So working slowly, and I will get there one day. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So what literature have you actually published, and what are some of the issues facing Tamil asylum seekers?
Yeah, at the moment there's a lot of rejections happening with the immigration interview. People are who waiting long time and get the interview, and then they got rejection, and then they need to apply for the turbulence and court. So that's what's happening at the moment. But the fact is, people are wait more than 8 years, more than 7 years, applied for their protection claiming, and then recently most people getting rejection after 8 years.
Yep.
It's still, I don't know what's going on with me, and I haven't got any interview at the moment. But I got last year, and then finally they were rescheduled for hopefully this year. I don't know when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you okay, Ravi, yourself?
Yeah, I have to be okay,
Yeah.
Keep myself busy and have to be okay. And I'm not thinking much about the interview stuff because it's meant to be happen. It will be happen. I have to wait because that's what's happening. So in Australia, we can't get anything by force, especially refugees. Yeah.
So, I mean, without wanting, I'm not going to ask you anything that's going to make you feel uncomfortable, but I just wanted to find out from you, just for listeners' education, so they know what's going on. So you came. How did you get here to Australia, Ravi?
I came by boat.
You came by boat.
2012. Yeah.
And when was that?
Yeah. It's 2012.
2012.
8 years before. Yeah. 8 years now.
And you were detained where?
Yeah, I was detained in Nauru 3.5 years, and I got out, and I used to live in Perth and back to Melbourne, and then I did few studies and finished that, and now working full time. Yeah, now at the moment I'm quite busy with work, so that's what I'm not traveling much and sharing the experience and stuff. So, but still I'm trying to do my work, do my best with other refugees and asylum seekers who are hiding in Nauru and Manu, so onshore and offshore.
Can you describe briefly the political situation with Tamil refugees? They're persecuted a lot in their homeland, aren't they?
Yeah, that's because at the moment in Sri Lanka, there's a lot of government changes and lots of things happening, but the government not publishing anything what's going on there. But still Australian government is trying to deport to people back to danger, but it's so dangerous to people who come by boat and deporting their homeland back. But I heard quite Sri Lankan Tamil refugee got rejection and few got safe haven or temporary protection visa, but the 90% people have got rejection.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rejection?
Rejection for their protection, claiming refugee protection.
So what do you mean rejection? So they're still detained?
No, they're still not detained. They're living in a community.
Right.
They're living in the community, and then they're waiting for such a long time. And last year, they were applied for their refugee claims, and then waiting like more than 4-5 years. And then last year, most of my friends got rejection to their claim, and they're waiting to the court again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It really is a terrible climate now, political climate now, isn't it? You've got the coalition government that have, repealed now the Medivac bill, isn't it?
Yeah. It's sort of mentally affected to everyone,
Yeah. But I like your attitude, Ravi. You say you have to be all right. We have to keep going.
We have to move on with what we got, yeah? We can't collapse, and we can't put ourselves down. Otherwise, we can't move here.
That's exactly right.
Because there's nothing can do with politicians or politics like us.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got any concrete situation in Australia. They can reject, they can send us, they can detain anytime. That's the visa condition, that's the visa we got at the moment, yeah? So we can't mostly rise in our own, but the Australians have to be helped to hear people are helpless like us, to rise up their voice and rise up their hands to get confront and call their own politicians and ask something to do for refugees who are living in a horrible situation in community and especially in a detention too. People are living in a long time held up in a detention center like 10 years, 7 years, 8 years. So, yeah.
Yeah. And Ravi, it's so hard. I mean, we've had a lot of refugees who are living in the community on this show. Yeah. And, a lot of refugees experience a lot of mental health problems.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
And sometimes they haven't got right mental health counseling or getting right person to get the right treatment. So it's getting worse sometimes, it's getting better sometimes.
Absolutely. It's,
It's
a very difficult. Ravi, tell us a little bit about your poetry book that you had. I know you did some poetry in the past.
Yeah, I was published the book. It's called From Hell to Hell in 2015. So at the moment, all the books are run out, but I think there's a writing through the fences. They might have some copies. So I'm planning to getting more copies and do something with that in this year, middle of this year. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's poetry about the people living in a detention center, and there's a feelings and some my hard work also included in that book. Yeah.
That's fantastic. And where can people get hold of that poetry book if they need to, if they want to read it?
Yeah, they can go through with the writing through the fences, the website.
Through the what?
Through writing through the website.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah. That's the website. They can call
the website. And what is the website?
It's called Writing Through the Fences.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's approximately 4:52, and we're just speaking to Ravi, who is a Tamil asylum seeker. And we're nearing the end of our show. Are there any final comments you want to make to Ravi? Any messages of support or words of support for others in your situation?
Yeah, I can tell all the asylum seekers and refugees living in a community or people living in offshore and onshore, just don't give up and get up and do something best for your life. And then finally, I need to ask the people in Australia, just try to help and don't call us like a terrorist or don't call us like a criminal. Just call we are your friends and neighbours and we can make it great Australia.
Absolutely. That's exactly right, making a better Australia. Thanks so much, Ravi. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks
Keep up the good work. Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. And that was Ravi, who is a Tamil asylum seeker. And we wanted to thank actually Ravi for coming onto the show again and thanking Tony as well from Egypt, who is detained. So we've spoken to two men today who have had different violations of human rights. Tony detained in Perth, and also Ravi, who's in the community patiently waiting for a decision in regards to his visa. It's approximately 4:53 and we've got a couple of minutes left of our show. Just a reminder to listeners that Subscriber Week is coming up next week, and I'm encouraging you listeners to subscribe to all shows at 3CR. Do subscribe to the Doing Time show, and I'll talk to you more about that next week as to how you can subscribe and for another year. And I'll just play you, I know I've played this already, but just to remind listeners yet again, in case listeners have just tuned in, I'm going to play you a subscriber announcement.
We jail black males in Australia nationally at a rate 5 times greater than apartheid South Africa jailed black males in 1993. The suicide and self-harm rates are the highest in the world, and the life expectancy gap is the biggest in the first world. You know, Australians don't like hearing the truth about how bad things are, but the more we resolve from it, the longer this is going to continue.
Black fella, white fella, it doesn't matter what you colour.
Mainstream media is not interested in this stuff. It doesn't find space to talk truthfully and deeply about issues that affect all Australians. The only place predominantly you will find that with any real depth is on community radio, and 3CR has been one of the great leaders in that. So if people are wondering where they should spend their hard-earned cash, I would suggest 3CR is a bloody good place to start.
What your name is, we got the hair, lots of changes, we need more brothers.
And you're back with the Doing Time show, and it's approximately 4:55, and we're finishing up in 2 minutes, and we've got Beyond Zero coming up next. And stay tuned every Monday from 4 to 5 for the Doing Time show. We're going to be going out with our theme song, Black Fella, White Fella by the Rumpy Band. And let's hope that the rest of the year isn't as chaotic as today. And in fact, we have a lot of other interviews coming up. So stay tuned every Monday. Thanks so much. Stay strong, and we're going to be going out now. Black Fella, White Fella. Bye from Marissa, and from Peter. Yeah. Bye bye.
your color, as long as you a true fella, as long as you a real fella. All the people of different races with different lives in different places. It doesn't matter what your name is. We got to have lots of changes. We need more brothers if we're to make it. We need more sisters if we're to save it. Are you the one who's gonna stand up and be counted? Are you the one who's gonna be there when we're shouting? Are you the one who's always ready with a helping hand? Are you the one who understands this family plan? Black fella, white fella, yellow fella, any fella, it doesn't matter what you color, as long as you a true fella. All the people of different races with different lives in different places. It doesn't matter which religions, it's all the same where the ship is sinking. We need more brothers if we're to make it. We need more sisters